And we're back one more time. SItrep operators. This time we're in the bush. That's not nearly as dirty as it sounds, but maybe a little bit. No, we're back in Vietnam. Totally Vietnam, not Laos at all. If anybody from Congress asks, we were always in Vietnam. We were totally not violating Laotian neutrality here. I am joined by my friend Rasmus. Rasmus, hello.
Hello. Not so bad.
Alrighty, so what we're doing here is we're taking another look at Valor and Victory, except we're approaching it from obviously a pretty different perspective. And by that, I'm talking about, of course, 1966 Vietnam, so the earlier part of Vietnam, where special forces were heavily involved, not just in doing commando raids and the blowing up enemy trails and bridges and the usual stuff you see in the movies. What they're really used for is you put them together in these 12-man teams, usually called able teams or A teams. That's where the old TV show gets its name from. And you insert them into either enemy or neutral territory. And what they do is they find locals and they draw them together, they organize them into militias, and they train them into cadres. So you would take a 12-man able team, you would put them somewhere in totally not Laos or Cambodia, but many times Laos or Cambodia, but very often the more remote inland regions of South Vietnam. And 6 months later, you would have a small army of like 1,000 people. So these local indigenous people, who were ethnically not Vietnamese, but they happened to live in the borders of Vietnam, were called by the French Montagnard. I think Dagar is the name of some of the or like the umbrella term for the tribes. I'm not even going to try to remember all the tribes. There's like 20 of them in there. And they're all these little groups that did not really like any central Vietnamese government, north or south, and they even more so, despised the communists. They despised the guys from the north. So they made willing and ready recruits for these Green Beret able teams to kind of draw together these, company or even battalion-sized militias, and to start hitting pretty much communist Vietnamese forces, where the Vietnamese communists would never expect them. So here's our quick little map. Up and down the Ho Chi Minh Trail, all through these backwater and the highland and central highland parts of South Vietnam, across the border into Cambodia and Laos, again where the Ho Chi Minh Trail was bringing troops, equipment, supplies, everything else, down from North Vietnam into all 4 core sectors, tactical control zones of South Vietnam. This was pretty much fighting fire with fire. You're going to cheat, you're going to send irregular troops into neutral neighboring countries like Laos and Cambodia, so are we. So the Montagnards are, again, non-Vietnamese ethnic people. I think they call them Malay-Polynesian. Oh yeah, there it is. Malayo-Polynesian tribes that lived up in the highlands of Vietnam. So Vietnam is very low near the coast, and the further west you go, the countryside rapidly rises. By the time you get near the Laotian or the Cambodian borders, it's actually pretty mountainous. So that's where the term Montagnard comes from. It's an old French term meaning people of the mountain. And as you can see here, these guys are loaded for bear, man. They have the Special Forces Commando CAR-15s. They don't even have the regular M16s. Half of them have M203 grenade launchers, which was just coming out in the later stages of Vietnam. You almost never see those M203s. Usually you have the detached M79 bloopers or whatever. So these guys are actually pretty well equipped, at least as far as infantry go. And again, for every 10 or so of these guys, you see one American Special Forces guy out of Fort Bragg. So this is kind of what we're going to see in today's game. So we'll zoom in and take a look at today's forces. So of course we have Special Forces officers, or leaders. This is the 12-man able team that would often be inserted into, again, either Cambodia, Laos, backcountry, South Vietnam, who knows where. Okay, and their job was to pretty much just get, put into this part of the country and start raising these guys. These are the Montagnard local guerrillas. So CIDG stands for Civilian Irregular Defense Groups. This was sort of the CIA program that says, look, let's start raising our own guerrillas to fight NLF or even PAVN guerrillas. Let's fight fire with our own guerrillas. So yeah, we've got Montagnard Guerrillas, full squads. There's also they also have their own support weapons, which aren't that great. In a lot of photos, you see them still using the old World War II era BAR, Browning Automatic Rifle. So yeah, there's a few of those still hanging around. And there's a handful of special forces. These are half squads. Notice there's only one figure on the counter. So there's a half squad of special forces. So okay, let's take a look at Green's platoon here. So there's Green himself, probably either a master sergeant, sergeant first class, maybe a second lieutenant. He's got 4 special forces guys with him, a half squad. After that, he's got another 2 full squads, 16 men of Montagnard Guerrillas. So again, this force is mixed nationality. We have the Montagnard flag. We have the American Airborne Special Forces insignia. So we're looking at a mixed force down to within each platoon. Mostly Montagnard as far as the main grunt manpower, but the leadership and the elite forces, the support weapons, the medics, those are all American. Except for this last platoon down here, which is all Montagnard, and then there's one observer from Saigon. He's with ARVN, Army of Republic of Vietnam, basically the South Vietnamese Army. Very bad reputation in the Vietnam War. That being said, there were some good units. So this guy is not E for elite. Notice also the Montagnard are not E for elite up here in the upper right hand corner. But he has the normal values. He has a -1. That's a bonus, by the way, for those of you familiar with Valor Victory. Notice the really good American officer has a -2. Some people see the negative number and they assume it's a penalty. So that's the Free World Force. I would call it American, except it's again mostly South Vietnamese. Over here, yep. Over here we have a more conventional Vietnamese Communist force, mostly People's Army of Vietnam (PAVN), sometimes more commonly known as the NVA. That's not really the right term for it. That's certainly not what they call themselves. And down here we have the National Liberation Front. If you watch a lot of Vietnam movies, you probably think they're called the Viet Cong. They're not called the Viet Cong, they're the National Liberation Front. But basically the Viet Cong. I even have Viet Cong written on the counter, so why be confusing? The Viet Cong do have booby traps scattered around the map. The Americans and their allies have to watch out for those. So we've all seen how those work before here in Modern Expansion, Valor and Victory. The trick is, or the twist is, this time the Americans have booby traps as well, in the form of my old friend the M18 Claymore. These are fun. For those of you who may not know, the M18 Claymore is a plastic explosive and ball bearing mine. Ball bearing / BB. It's like the balls are slightly bigger are way bigger than a BB, smaller than most ball bearings. There's like 740 of them in the mine. And the mine is set up to explode in a certain direction. You certainly don't want to be right behind it when it goes off. However, the explosion is mostly channeled in a certain direction, and it's like God's own shotgun when that thing goes off. And it will just shred people.
You'd rather be behind it than in front of it.
Yeah, you can be behind it safely. I think they said like 20 meters. I never set one off, a live one, in training. But as long as you're under some kind of cover, or you're at least like 15 meters, maybe 20 meters behind it, you should be okay. Just get down on your belly before you hit that bang switch. If you're anywhere in front of it, though, depending on terrain, out to almost 180 meters, you're getting liquefied. Not to put too fine a point on it. Okay, so one other weird thing about today's game, I'll wrap it up super fast because we want to get to the game, is we're playing with double blind rules. Sort of. Again, this is a remote game. We don't have a referee. We don't have 2 separate maps. So we can't really do this really double blind. But what's going to happen is each side is going to have 10 counters. And that's pretty much going to be all the other player sees. Now, those 10 counters are mapped to these 5 forces. But we don't know which is which. Well, I know which is which for my forces. Of course, Rasmus knows which. We have them written down here on little note cards. He knows which 5 are mapped to his forces, and of course, 5 forces on either side are 5 counters on either side are going to be dummies. So as we move around and maneuver our little, numbered counters 1 through 10, neither side really knows how the other is deployed, what the other guy is doing. Okay, so with all that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get started. I kept this one simple, no helicopters, no support missions. It's just a guerrilla battle, so not a whole lot of extra hardware. We will have civilians on the table, normal civilian rules, and yeah, I think that will wrap us up. So I'll tell you what, this is a meeting engagement. I didn't really say which side had initiative, so just to be super fair, green or red, green of course is American, red is communist, and whoever rolls higher gets to go first. The communists will go first with a 4, so I'll go ahead and complete my movement phase. Alright, so those are mine. Go ahead and move your counters, or just, call out like what number you want to move and into which hex, please. Okay, none of my guys used assault movement, so I'll go ahead and quickly roll for some booby traps. I'll just go from north to south. Number 3, negative. Number 4, cool. Number 1, hit a booby trap. Alright, so, oh no. Claymore mine, no! Kaboom! Ooh. Damn it! I mean, this is a special forces base. We should have known that they would put a booby trap right there on the road. Okay, number 1, sadly for me, is a real force. Number 1 is mapped to Force D. So, what happens now is it's going to inflict 12 points of damage, or it's going to get 12 anti-personnel firepower points on number...
on that stack.
On N4, yeah, but it also then affects 2 adjacent hexes.
Ooh.
So I'm in number N4, that's where it went off. Yeah, because again, it's that directional mine.
Yep.
So it either affects N3 and O4, or O4 and O5, or if you guys set it up backwards, M5 and N5.
N4 and or O4 and O5.
Okay, cool. So, alright. Number 2 is a dummy unit. There was nobody there. Number 1 was a real unit, and these are the forces that are in there. Let me put the commander on top. A whole platoon of NVA under Lieutenant Lutrong. Ho Chi Minh, you have forsaken me. Alright, 12 points. I'm in the clear. So, that kind of sucks for me. Much rather would have been in a tree hex for that. Alright, so you get to roll on the 12 row, which is the gray row, and roll as low as you can, 2d6, because technically it's your attack. I see a 5. 6 is 3 casualty points.
And yeah, you can decide where you want to put your casualty points, unlike the computer game.
Oh man, yeah. I'm just trying to playtest that as best I could.
Yep.
I mean, I can obviously playtest it as far as a tabletop game goes. Alright, so that casualty stack goes from, or the casualty points on that counter go from 5 to 2. I tell you what, man, some people are gonna love those new when it finally comes out, the DLC for that Stalingrad pack, and there are some scenarios that people are gonna hate, man.
Oh yeah.
Because there's some that I know I hated. Trust me, just playtesting, and I'm like, man, who designed this crap? Oh yeah, it was me. So there's gonna be some hate mail in my inbox when that finally publishes. Alright, cool. So the battle is technically started. I thought it was going to be a while, but apparently I was wrong. Number 6, Snake Eyes, nothing there. Number 8, good to go. Number 10, good to go. Number 7 hit a booby trap as well. Number 7 set off another Claymore. Nobody there. Damn, I shouldn't have set up these Claymores, man. These Claymores are going to kick my ass before the battle even starts. Number 5 was a 5, and number 9 was, cool, nothing there. Alright.
So, Let me do the same.
Yep.
So, number 3, 7.
Okay.
Number 4, 6, 4. And let's see, we're to 6 now. 7, 2, 10.
Close.
We're getting dangerous close. 9, 7, 8, 6. No, nobody booby trapped the house, and then I think there's 2 further down south.
Did anyone roll for number 5, or did I just miss it?
I might have missed it. 5 becomes a 5.
Okay, and then 7 and 10.
A 10 for and last but not least a 5 for number 10.
All right, cool. So no communist booby traps. To wrap up movement, I'm going to go ahead and roll for these 3 civilians. Top one does not move. Lower left does move. 2 hexes into number 6. Help us! And I9 does move. Oops, 6 that does move. It moves in number 5. So apparently the civilians are more afraid of me than they are of you.
Yeah, they heard 2 mines go off in that direction.
Heard a couple mines go off, and again, this is kind of in Montagnard territory, so these might be the same tribe as you have there in your fighters. Alright, cool. So the civilians are basically yelling, so it's not like they're calling back, hey, this is a real counter.
Yep.
There's nobody there. They're just basically yelling and screaming. Alright, now, I don't know if anyone has any line of sight on, well, let's see.
Since we went in high.
Number 3 definitely does not. Number 4 definitely does not. Number 1, I don't think so. Nope.
Clips the building.
That's the building and the trees in Juliet 6.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Except I'm on 2 elevations up. So I'm on a level 2 hill. I think number 10 and number 1 do see each other. So number 1 is in the open. That's automatic. Is number 1 a real counter or not?
Nope.
Okay. Then there was no one there to spot me in return. If there was, there would be a roll because he is in brush.
Yep.
That was my spotting check. 1 counter can make 1 spotting check per turn. I can't see everything. Okay, number 6. Negative, negative, negative. You saw that little Claymore blow up in that tree section there. I'm back behind N10. So I think number 6 is safe. This all blocks all these guys up here to the north. 5. Nope, 5 just barely misses. 5 and 6. And then further south, I think we clipped the building.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we clipped 2 buildings. We're both. Oh, I'm on elevation 2 though. But you're right behind a building, so never mind. Sorry. 9 and 8 definitely block. 7's gonna see a lot. 7 can see just about anything, except if I am behind a terrain feature on lower elevation. So, is there a particular group?
Let's have a look at number 6. Oh, actually 8 is in the open, so let's do 8.
Yeah, because number 6 technically is blocked. 6 is blocked because there's an intervening terrain feature and it's closer to the lower elevation than the higher elevation.
Yep.
However, number 8 is on level 1 elevation, or level 2 technically, and the building is only 1 elevation. So you see right over the house. Number 8 is a real force. Oh no. You're Viet Cong, you're supposed to be sneaky. Now, that's a 2-way street. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, you are in terrain. So, I have to roll a 7 or less to spot you in terrain. Basically, it's 50-50. An 8, I just missed. One
If
of
there's
those,
anybody, they're sneaky enough that they hide.
Oh, yeah, I guess 7's a real counter, isn't it? No worries. 10 is pretty much... Oh, 10 is not blocked because he sees right over these trees that are in a lower elevation. So is 10 a real counter, and if so, does he want to spot anything?
He is a real counter, and let's see, what can he see? How's
he can try number 10. He can try...
Number 5, I don't know.
Oh, number 5. Oh, yeah, we can try number 5. Easy.
We'll try number 5 then.
Okay, he isn't technically in terrain, so again, 5 or less. I'm sorry, I was looking at the number. 7 or less on 2d6.
And there we go. A 6 and a 1.
7 exactly. Number 5 is a ghost. The Special Forces sniper was trained on that hooch, and then out the door comes a billy goat. What the hell? Meanwhile, my webcam's acting up. What the hell are you doing, webcam?
It's trying to put emojis in there for you.
It, like, turned off, and now it's turning back on. Okay, that was kind of bizarre. Fix it. Alright, cool. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've kind of checked everything. Already. I think we were a little hasty. At doesn't matter, number 10. Definitely can't see anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barely. No. These guys are spotted anyway. They might as well try and spot somebody back. Oh, I gotta see through trees to do that. That's not gonna work. Oh, I am on elevation level 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, number 6 is in the open. Is number 6 a real counter?
Nope.
Oh! Okay.
For some reason, all the gung-ho ones were fake counters. I wonder why.
And these guys are pretty well screened by all this mess. He's already spotted. And I already failed this roll, didn't I? Oh no, I hit a mine, that's right. Oh, plus I'm too low, and these trees are right in front of me. Never mind. Okay, I think that's it for spotting checks.
Yep.
Okay, goodbye to Mr. Bot. If you're not a bot, I apologize, but I think you're a bot, so you're out of here, Mr. Kenshin, whatever the hell. Okay.
Somebody offering you subscriptions?
Want to become famous? Buy followers and viewers on bigfollows.com. Yeah, goodbye. That's totally a bot. Alright, so we've done civilian movement, we've done spotting checks. I don't think anyone's in range, so there's not really going to be a defensive fire phase or an offensive direct fire phase, opportunity fire phase. Oh, hello. cool. So unless I'm missing something, I think that completes turn 1.
I think that completes turn 1.
Which I now realize I totally played on the construction tab, so I screwed that up. Easily fixed. This is very valuable later on.
Reports. Yep.
Well, battle reports, and then next time somebody wants to play a game similar to this, I just grab the tab and it's mostly done already. So there is a method to my anal retentive madness here. Okay, turn 1, cool. All right, let's go ahead and go with turn 2. Alright, so I've eliminated 2 dummy counters, but I haven't actually found the enemy yet. Command phase. Nothing really to do for the communists are going first, so there's really nothing to do for the communist command turn. So I will go straight to the communist fire turn, which again, we're too far away, so I will go to the communist movement turn. Keep an eye out for
Claymores.
Well, yeah, also for more Claymores, but for more importantly,
reaction shot.
Opportunity fire. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does anyone want to shoot?
I think you are out of range for anybody that could shoot.
Okay, so as I complete that turn's movement, or I should say that stack's movement, I'm going to roll for that stack. Nope, no booby trap. Cool.
Yeah, found the Claymore he needed to find.
Yeah, he already found one. That's fine enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, any opportunity fire?
I don't think anybody is in range.
No booby traps. Three, 4. Ooh, that was close. His boot was on the end of the tripwire, and the lead guy was like, "Sir, that's if number 3 is a real target." We don't know. Alright, this guy pretty much already knows he's been spotted. Usually the Viet Cong are the last to be spotted. What the hell, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to get in that building. As he kicks the door down, is there a little American pipe bomb waiting for him? Nope. I'm pretty sure he was screened by the building that whole time. Unless 7 or 10, well, 7 10's too far away. Four or 5. This makes a lot more sense to actually roll the booby traps as you
as we go.
Yeah, that's actually the way I wrote the rule originally, but I'm stupid. I apologize. Three, 4, 5, 6. Nope, no booby. Oh, sorry. No booby trap. And that leaves everybody except number 6. Yeah, we're all hauling ass. Maybe I made the map too big. Nope. Alright, that's all my movement. I don't think there was no opportunity fire. I don't think there's any defensive fire, which is kind of the same thing. Just certain weapons are not eligible for opportunity fire. If that's it, we will go to American Communist advance and assault phase, where all infantry units get to move 1 additional hex. If they want. Okay, that's it for my advance and assault phase. That's it for Communist turn 2. Since there's no rallies yet. We now go to your command phase. So I don't think you want to... Oh, maybe you do. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Divide, reorganize,
no,
stuff.
no.
Yeah. Nobody has any support missions. I don't know if anyone is... Okay, now you can also make a spotting check as part of your direct fire phase. But then that unit doesn't move.
Yeah. Now I think we'll just go to movement.
Cool. In that case, let's go ahead and start moving your counters as you wish.
Number 3 will move down into Gulf 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Roll 3d6. 2d6.
And 8.
Okay. None of my guys could really see
Number
that.
4.
Cool.
That's a whole idea with sneaking around in the jungle.
Yep.
Number 4 will move Delta 3, Echo 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2d6, please.
A 7.
Barely do not see that. Actually, not so barely. Never mind. F4 definitely blocks it. Okay, unit number 2.
Let's see. Number 2 will... I don't really want to run out on the road just yet. We will keep number 2 in reserve for now.
We can totally, you can totally hide behind those civilians. We won't shoot through those civilians at all, I promise.
Yes, you are. We'll jump to number 5.
Okay.
No, we'll leave 5 as well.
Right.
Number 9. Number 9 will hold until the assault movement. Same thing with number 8.
Okay. 7 then?
7 will go Delta 10, Foxtrot 10,
Okay,
or Echo 10, sorry.
3 more. Alright, is that all he's going to do? That's 3 points so far.
Yeah, I kind of like the view he got from there up into the landing zone, so
Right.
we'll keep him there.
So he only has to, when he makes his double, as his 2d6 roll, only a 12 set off a bomb because...
Yep, and he rolled double 4 anyway, so...
Alright. Last but not least, number 10.
Number 10 will go Delta 11, Echo 11.
Okay, that's 4 so far.
And he'll sit pretty there because, again, don't want to be caught out in the Foxtrot 10.
Okay. So to a quick reminder about the turn sequence. Yeah, the turn order. After you move, I get a defensive fire phase. So right now, number 5 is going to be automatically spotted unless he moves. I remember you said I'm going to keep number 5 where he is.
Yeah, but number 5 will move into Echo 7.
Alright, cool. He has to make a 2d10 roll.
And pull...
Go ahead.
That's 10.
Okay, he only had to make a 12 because he only spent 2 movement points. I can still make a roll during my defensive fire phase, but at least now he's got terrain, I have to roll for it.
And number 2 will fall down into Charlie 7.
Okay, 2d6 for him as well.
And then 4 and a 3.
Sweet. Alright, so if that concludes your movement, not including your advanced assault phase, which we do after my defensive fire, cool, I'll go ahead and start making some spotting checks as part of my defensive fire phase. Number 4, actually, before I start giving away who's real and who's not, the guys who are already spotted, that's a 6. Is number 5 a real unit?
Number 5 is a real unit.
I finally found somebody. Cool.
And what you found is a echo group.
Oh, the South Vietnamese. Nice. Alright, so commander on top. Come on, machine, give me a break. Send them back. Okay, now that had to be at least one unit that was making that spotting check. We'll say it was the officer. Now the rest of the stack fires. However, he does not get the benefit of the -1 because the officer was
spent his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, everyone's in range. Thank you. 30 caliber AK ammunition. 12. Oh my God, these rallies are so huge. I'm used to playing Stalingrad, where it's normally like 3s and 4s and 5s. Guards and assault engineers get a 6, and they're like godlike. 12 plus 13, that's 25, plus 5 more, 30 points. Holy crap.
Ouch.
Alright, no -1. I do have to add 2 for your building.
And do you have to add 1 for the officer?
Oh shit. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal number 4 is real. These 2 units can't see each other. I forgot about the elevation in Juliet 5.
Oh.
My bad. So, K4 is gonna step on a beer can or something. 4 was, Force B. Because I hold on.
4 can't see him either.
Yeah, but I mean, to make up for the fact that I accidentally asked you to reveal what you had there in Echo 7. So this guy does legitimately see him. Let me see if I can fix this. 9, he fails. Number 10, spoilers, is a real unit. Okay, he fails too. Damn it, I screwed this up. Alright, number 4 is still hidden. Number 10, I'm just going to say he kicked the cat in hex J8. Number 10 is Force C. Also, I just kind of, revealed that he was a real unit anyway. So, apologies for that.
Oh, no worries. I mean...
I will reciprocate by by AKA screwing up and revealing one of my units as well. So yeah, somebody stepped on the cat's tail in that hex and the cat shrieked, and now they're spotted. Okay, so these guys cannot shoot. These guys are going to shoot except for the defensive fire phase. 9, 9, 9, that's 27, plus 7, 36, plus 2. These numbers are too big. 11, 13, 14, 15, 24, 28, 28, and 9 is 37. Good God almighty.
Oh, it's still only the yellow.
Only the yellow. Add 2, minus 1, so I have to subtract, add 1 to this die pool. 9, that becomes a 10. That was only 1 casualty point. After all that.
Well,
so somebody in here is pinned.
Well, to pin the guy without a support weapon.
Okay.
That's an easy choice.
The Viet Cong does the same thing. 11, 23, 33. -1 +2. Yellow row again. Oh my god. There we go. The Viet Cong are pissed. That's the net add 1 for the building minus my officer. Is a total of 4. That's 7 casualty points. Oy. That's kind of a fragile stack too. Those have to be assessed against non-pinned units first.
And let's see, they are full squads or they half squads?
Those are full squads. Half squads reduced to 2.
So let's see. We'll pin all of them. That'll be 3 points. Was 7 or 9?
A total of 7. I rolled a modified 4.
So that's 3 points. Everybody's pinned.
Well, technically, you can't pin a unit and then assess casualty points against it.
Okay.
So what I would probably do is eliminate 1 squad, eliminate half squad, and then pin the half squad. You can kill and then pin. You just can't pin and then kill.
Okay, yeah. That sounds fair.
Unless you wanted to pin the officer instead. But usually the officer, oh, that's right, I forgot. Usually the officer, I have a half Montagnard force in here somewhere. Usually, just for me, I like to usually keep the officer
unpinned so he can actually rally.
He can help him rally, right?
And I couldn't put the split on the unit that's already pinned because it needs to be on the unpinned first.
Yep. And I will wait for my computer to stop. There we go. Okay. They fired. He's fired. Or he can't fire. That's it for my defensive fire. Nobody else can see. Blocked. Blocked. Actually, I want to take this guy back. I forgot to account for the fact that one of these units had to actually make the air quotes spotting check. The spotting check that he made illegally. So that was why we would save 1 less casualty point. Okay, I think that's it for my defensive fire phase. We go to your advance and assault.
9 will go into Echo 8.
Marty has joined us. 9 goes into Echo 8. No worries about booby traps because you're only moving 1 hex. Marty, we are doing American Special Forces and Montagnard Guerrillas versus NVA and Viet Cong. Double blind rules, although we're starting to find each other.
And until now, my MVP have definitely been the Claymores.
Yeah, I've already hit 2 of his Claymores, so that was fun. Although his Arvin guys just walked into a whole bunch of NVA and Viet Cong fire. My NVA kind of whiffed it, but my Viet Cong got pissed, man. My Viet Cong killed a lot of guys.
And 10 will sneak forward into Foxtrot 11, I think.
Okay.
Echo 9, what does that count as?
Echo 9?
Yeah.
Oh, it counts. Oh, it's not a building hex. It counts as a stream.
It's a stream hex. I thought so.
Yeah, totally.
So we do not want to move out into the middle of the stream and
stream technically gives a -1, but that's it. Building gives -2. Trees give -2.
And it's probably easier to be spotted in the stream as well.
Yeah, it's open terrain. Yeah.
So I think that now we'll move 2 into Delta 7.
Hi, civilians.
And 4 into Foxtrot 4.
Alright.
3 will remain where they are, so I think that's it.
Okay, that concludes American turn 2. Oh, we have to try and rally this guy. So he's a non-elite unit. He needs a 6 or less on 2d6. He does have an officer with him, -1, so make it a 7 or less on 2d6.
A 7.
He just made it. The officer, hey, the Arvin officer did his job. Look at that. Do not embarrass us in front of the Americans. Okay, boss. Alright, cool. Begin Communist turn 3. Marty, because this one had a whole bunch of extra stuff, we're trying out Claymore Mines, we're trying out the double-blind rules for the first time. I kept this one kind of short. There's only small
5
amount
units,
of forces.
that's right.
Yeah, really 5 platoons. 5.5. Although, technically, we did assess... Hold on, before we lose track of this. 1, 2, there are 3 casualty points in here. There were 3 squads, now there's a squad and a half. Okay, so you had 2 non-pinned down units in that hex. So do me a favor, roll 2d6 twice. Roll as low as you can. See if you can evacuate any of those casualties.
6 on the first.
That evacuates him successfully.
And 8 on the second.
He is not successfully evacuated.
Even with the -1 officer in there?
Well, the -1 officer applied it to rally the pin down squad.
Yeah.
This is all back to... I forgot to do part of the after.
Yeah.
Okay, now you've got 2 unsecured casualties in that hex. Roll 2d6. Try not to roll a 6.
1 and a 4.
Okay, they haven't bled out yet. Actually, it's a 5 or a 6, but you still made it. Man, I should have brushed up. I played so much Valor Victory Stalingrad. I'm a little rusty on my own modern expansion rules. Okay, now begins Communist turn 3. Communist turn 3. Am I doing anything on a command phase? Survey says negative. Cool. I am going to go to the direct fire phase. I'm going to hit that Arvin hex very, very hard. I'm not going to lie.
Can he shoot?
Oh, I almost did it again. God bless. I almost made the same thank you. He cannot shoot, but he can. He is going to... yes, I know there's trees in front of him, but he is going to voluntarily reveal himself. He's going to expose himself. There is 1 NVA mortar on the board. So I have 1 captured American 60mm mortar. And he is going to go ahead. Obviously, I've got line of sight on my target, so I'm going to go ahead and drop him on there. Because I have line of sight from other units. However, the half squad does not get to help out. The officer can only apply his -2. So, long story short, it's 5.
But with a -2.
It is a 6 with a -2 plus 2 for your building, so it comes out to just a straight out 6. One thing that Stalingrad will teach you, embrace your mortars. Especially if you put a -2 commander in there with them. They suddenly become insanely deadly. They only do like 2 or 3 casualty points at a time, but they roll like 12 times because they can always fire. Almost. And you fire twice a turn. Your direct fire phase, and then the enemy's turn during your defensive fire phase. Although with that roll, that only does 7, which is 1 casualty point assessed against that hex.
We'll pin that The bottom one. I will pin the half squad,
Yeah,
I guess.
half squad with the BAR. Yep, BARs, Marty, were still being used by ARVN forces. CIDG especially. Civilian, the irregular defense groups, I think they call them. I know the acronym was CIDG. I'm pretty sure that's what it stood for. Okay. And then these two clowns again.
So now we know where 4 out of 5 of your units are.
I'm mostly spotted at this point. So here we go with this big attack again. Again, still on the yellow column. Add 1 to the die roll. 6. 5 casualty points. I'm pretty sure that kills everybody in the stack except the officer.
Yep.
Because first you have to do unpinned. Oh no, you can assess your 5th by pinning the officer and not losing that half squad. If you want.
We might as well just pin him, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's another round of fire coming in, but...
Yeah, to be fair. Although I might roll bad. I roll pretty bad. 10. 10 is 1 casualty point. One of those 2 units dies.
We'll kill off the half squad. Way too many casualty points in there.
Yeah, those medics got to get in there. Start getting those people out of there.
And you want to remove that? Yep, thank you. Before I get confused.
And he's gone. Cool.
Did the officer get killed as well? I thought it was only the half squad.
That's right. Sorry, you're right. Cool. And that will be it for my direct fire phase, because that other guy can't see anything. Oh, that's right. He got spotted when he tripped over the Claymore. That's why I assumed he had line of sight, because I'm like, well, somebody saw him. Actually, no. He gave away his position when he blew up on this Claymore. Check that out, Marty. Everyone's favorite little lawn decoration. You put it
Run towards the enemy.
Yep. Chase the mailman away. Okay, so... because apparently I am having a tough time keeping track of my own game here. Fired. Now I will go to Mr. Movement. One, 2, only. Good to go on Claymores. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good to go on Claymores. One, 2, 3, because I'm climbing up a hill and going into jungle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 3 has the option, if you don't have to tell me if he's a real unit, obviously, but number 3 has the option of taking opportunity fire on number 4 if you make a spotting check.
I'll hold him back for now.
Okay. Check to see if number 4 hits a booby trap. Does not. Apparently I got all my booby traps out of the way. And the only guy left is this guy who's like, I'm tired of not being able to see. Get the hell off this hill. I don't want to move into J5. J5's way too open. 1, 2, 3. Number 7 saw that. If number 7 wants to take opportunity fire.
He's out at 6, I think.
6 is the range. Alright, no worries. So that will conclude NVA movement. At the end of every movement phase, we roll for civilians. 2 of them move. Okay. This guy. Number 2. And this one down here. Number 2 as well. Ran back in the house. For no reason.
Just make it difficult for me. Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, that was actually a pretty lucky roll. Now that I look at it, I got civilians in the way. You can't shoot through civilians, but I can. Alright, that's gonna be it for my... Okay, are you taking... I don't think you're taking any defensive fire. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Don't think that anybody can.
NVA advance and assault phase. Ooh, that technically violates stacking. Civilians do count towards stacking limits. They do take up space. That's about all they're good for, am I right? He's good. Number 4. Alright, that will take care of that. Alright, that's it for my turn. Over to your command phase. Or, if not command, go straight to movement. Sorry, direct fire. Oh man, sounds awesome. How's the double blind working out? I made a couple rules mistakes early on. In fact, I think some artillery might show up, because to help out the Americans, because I made a rules mistake in the spotting rules for the double blind, and it looks like it cost Rasmus a stack of South Vietnamese. So an American Marine artillery strike from Quezon or Camp Carroll or the Rock Pile, where we're at, basically in totally not Laos. We're totally not in Laos. We're in the extreme northwestern corner there of 1st Corps Tactical Command Zone. So those are all those big Marine artillery bases. Again, Camp Carroll. I think the Army had some artillery there too. The 170s, self-propelled 170s they used to use back then. And a lot of Marine 155s. Camp Carroll, the Rock Pile, Quezon, all that stuff. But not only am I starting to worry this game is imbalanced, I think it's imbalanced because of a rules mistake I made. But we'll see what happens.
Bugger.
So far I'm not doing too bad though, Marty, to be honest.
That damn civilian. That civilian is really messing with me.
Yeah, that civilian, now that was just lucky. Now, in strict Valor and Victory modern expansion rules, as it was finally written down, you can assault a hex with civilians, but guess where the first 2 casualty points are going?
Yep.
And then that's like 6 automatic. They're worth 2 casualty points, so that's going to be yeah, it's going to be a possibility.
Well, way too many points that I want to give it away. Nobody else can. Mumble. From number 2 or number 9, the medics. No, forget about that because they'll get shot to bits.
Number 9 can totally make a spotting check. In fact, number 9 doesn't have to make a spotting check. If number 9's a real unit, he can blast away on me in number... Oh, again, civilians. Number 9 also has potential line of sight on Juliet 8 or Kilo 8, although you have to pay 1 additional penalty point for Kilo 8 from number 9. If 9 is real or not.
Yeah, aside from their weapons aren't that long range. Got a range of 5 on the Special Forces carbine.
Well, that NVA full squad in Juliet 8 is within range.
Yeah. We will leave them sitting pretty and go to movement.
Cool. Go to movement. I'm ready with my opportunity fire.
So 7 will fall down into Foxtrot 10.
Okay, I did not see that.
And then Golf 10.
2, 3. Did not see that.
And yeah, we'll leave them sitting pretty there. Don't really want to get up and walk into a face-on defensive fire.
No, that would be very bad, especially with these weapons. You got to put damage on the enemy first. You have to use fire maneuver. You got to pin down some of those units first, then charge, and even then it's going to be kind of bloody. Also, there are civilians in that hex.
Exactly. How is
So G10 has to make a roll and only hits a booby trap on 12.
2 and a 1?
Cool.
What a waste of that roll.
Yeah, that would have been nice on a fire check.
Golf 10, how's your view from the building?
Oh, my golf 10.
No. Just below golf 11, sorry.
Golf 11, I cannot see golf 11 from the building. H9 blocks line of sight northwest of that line.
So we'll put 10 into golf 11.
Cool. And that will require, that's only 2 movement points if they stays there, so...
2 and a 1.
Cool.
Yay. All of my 3s go on this. Lovely. And do number 9 want to take opportunity fire?
Nope. Number 9 does not want to reveal himself yet.
Yeah, I thought so.
I only have 1 hidden unit left, man. I gotta make the most of it.
Yeah. That's it for my movement. Now move number 4 up into golf 4. 7.
Cool.
That's it for my movement.
Alright, over to my defensive fire.
I'm trying not to give you anything to shoot at right now. Even up there, that's hard choices, as you have 2 to go for.
Okay, India 3 is going to make a spotting check against Gulf 4. I need to make a 7 or less. Come on, stay in the box. He rolls it. Is number 4 a real...
Nope.
Nope. Cool. And conversely, again, Marty, I've kind of given away the fact that number 4 is a real unit. Which, there's only 1 real unit left. Which means now Rasmus knows that 9 and 6 are kind of bogus.
Just...
Yep. So we'll go through the motions, but we already kind of know what the map looks like. Okay, so my flank up there is okay, defensively. I was afraid those were 2 platoons up there, but there's only, at the most, 1 platoon up there. Cool. He may even make a rush for that objective hex up there. Okay, we're gonna drop a mortar mission. Do I have range? Oh god, these are American mortars, yes. I'm used to those shitty German mortars. 5 points, no bonuses.
And
6 points,
there's
actually.
only 1 target.
Yep. I'm going for that Mr. Arvin officer. And if I do, then maybe I will assault that hex and take all those prisoners. 6, stays at 6. That is 2 casualty points. He is toast.
He's a casualty point.
Oh god, yeah, I keep forgetting about that. So defensive fire, I have no more targets. I haven't fired him yet. Oof. Okay, he failed that spotting check. I did not spot number 9. Cannot see number 7, cannot see number 10. Obviously cannot see 2 or 8. Can't see. That's going to be it for my defensive fire.
So
Over to your advance and assault phase.
Number 9 will move into Foxtrot 7.
Into Fox 7? Fox 7's an open hex.
I know.
Ooh.
That's method to my madness.
Okay.
Number 2 will move up into Echo 7.
Number 2 moves up into Echo 7. Okay, that makes sense. Especially if there's some medics in there.
And number 8 will move up into Echo 8.
Okay. Okay, are there, I guess, okay, a casualty evacuation phase. Casualties cannot evacuate themselves.
Well, no, number 3 will fall back to Foxtrot 3.
Okay.
And
do I take 2 casualties automatically out of Hex E7? I still can't fire at them until I have them spotted.
You do.
Okay, cool. Because otherwise I assault that Hex my turn, and that is like beyond game over.
Yep.
Alright, so that's 2 medics did that automatically. There's also a half squad in there and a regular team in there. So that's going to be 1 roll at -2 and 1 roll just normal. Now they're elite, so they need 7s or less.
So the normal squad on a 5.
He made it. The officer only needs a 9 or less.
A 3.
Cool. Yeah, because Marty, I don't know if you've ever seen us play Modern Valor and Victory before. If I take allied casualty counters, they count double. That's somebody heading up to the Hanoi Hilton for about 7 years. And then he later appears in a Chuck Norris movie. So, not good. When I mean later in the Chuck Norris movie, I mean like 10 years later.
And I'm oohing and eyeing for myself for a moment here.
Okay, last but not least, just to wrap up your turn, and then roll for your 2 remaining casualties. Do not roll a 5 or a 6. 1 dice per casualty.
I was just oohing and eyeing whether I wanted to move sneak 7 and 10.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll finish that first.
They stick around where they are.
Yeah, I would not...
A5.
Okay, so 1 guy did slip away. The medic just couldn't get to him in time. He did pass away. He'll count as double. He's still hanging on.
And with 2 medics in there.
Yeah, unless he gets assaulted, but even then, I'm going to be walking into a hell of a lot of opportunity fire. And then the assault itself.
Yep.
Then again, I may have the troops to do it. I'm up like 1 whole stack. Although I still don't know where like 80% of your forces are. Oh my god. Okay.
At the end of my movement, civilians.
Oh, we never did that. You're right. Alright, cool. So I'll be more careful about designating which civilian is from which dice. So J4 does move. Number 2. They always move 2 hexes in a random direction. The guy in Delta 7 does move. Number 6. You said off the board. Alright, now the important one. India 9 does move. Number 4. Straight south.
That was what I needed.
Oh no! Come back, civilians! Come back! Now 7 and 10 are going to assault my ass. Oh god. Alright. After 9 and 8 blast away at me. Oh man. Suddenly, if 7, 8, and 9 are real hexes, I think that hex is in a lot of trouble. I would put 8 and 9 as direct fire, pin down all those fools, and then number 7 assaults. And yeah, that's going to be ugly. Also, if you choose the right assault path, no other NVA units can take opportunity fire as you make your rush in. I would avoid Hex Hotel 9. Hotel 9, I can sort of see, barely.
Yep.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We just...
That was the end of my turn.
That was the end of turn 3, right?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Second half of the game begins now. We are now starting turn 4 on a 6-turn game. Cool. Command and assault, or whatchamacallit, advanced, command phase. I'll get it right, yes. Yes, command phase for your ass. That guy divides into 2 fire teams. This clown here divides into 2 fire teams. Oops. Oh, what am I doing? I should have the damn, the gunfire sound effects going. I still have Peaceful Jungle. It is not Peaceful Jungle.
It is. You can't see the Americans. You only spotted a group of militia.
Okay, my computer is totally frozen up. Just give it a second here. I'm not trying to insert a picture. I am trying to bring to front. There we go. Alright, there we go. A little more, some captured guys are double points, but KIA is regular points. No, KIA is, Marty, is unsecured casualties. So he counts as double points. So in a casualty, again, every half squad, it's a little abstract. Every officer, medic team, which is 2 guys, officer or leader, which is 1 guy, or fire team, which is 4 guys, whenever a unit basically gets knocked out, that creates a casualty marker. That is worth...
the good guys.
Yeah, for the good guys. Notice there are no casualty counters for the NVA. They have a different mechanic, and we'll get into that, I'm afraid, rather shortly. Okay, that is normally worth 4 to 1 as far as victory points go. It will not be that this time because most of the units on the table are pretty much just as... In fact, they're equal to the NVA. They have 1 additional firepower point and 1 less casualty point. Because again, they have all those American CAR 15s and everything else. They're also still militia, whereas the NVA are trained regulars. So it kind of comes out in the wash. So we may do like maybe 2 to 1 or something like that, because the American force is still technically superior, but not to the usual degree. Usually it's 4 victory points for an American or free world, whatever you want to call it, a casualty that is secured. You got him off the table. You either evacuated the wounded, and he's probably going to make it. Your chances of making it in Vietnam, at least alive, I mean, your life may have been badly changed, but making it alive, assuming you got back to the dust-off, was like 90 to 95%. It's if you made it back to the bird. So, yeah, pretty much if the medic or your fellow soldiers can get you off, evacuate you off the table, you're considered WIA. Now, if you fail the bleed-out check, no, those are KIAs, and those are double, and also MIAs, POWs are double. Basically, it incentivizes the Vietnamese player to capture Americans, either alive or not so much, because even if we capture dead Americans, we're going to do something terrible to their corpses on TV. They're going to check them for intelligence, the identification papers on them. You never ever let your dead, much less your wounded, fall into enemy hands. Same rules sort of apply to civilians, except only to the free world players. The NVA can fire into civilians, they don't care. To balance all this out, because those rules are totally weighted against the American player, we have POWs. So any casualty points, or I should say any NVA or Viet Cong units that are inflicted via successful American or free world assaults, and I have a feeling we're going to be seeing an assault in short order here, automatically count as POWs. And those are either 2, 3, or 4, depending on the scenario, times the normal victory point cost. So that's how the Americans sort of redress the scales on victory points, by taking prisoners. 5 dead NVA or 10 dead Viet Cong in the jungle are all well and good. that is not nearly as good as one NVA officer duct taped to a chair back at battalion, because we're going to get some answers out of him one way or another. The CIA is going to show up, and things get dark from there. Alright, so we are going to begin with, we kind of already finished the command phase for the NVA, where I reorganize my platoons as much as I can for stacking. Where did this 9 come from? This 9 was changed. He's out of here. So I divided one 9 into 2 5s. I divided another 9 into 2 5s. Notice I lose a casualty point. I go from 5 to 4 casualty points.
Or do you get a point of firepower?
I get a point of firepower. More importantly, I now have 2 units, which means more grenades in an assault, which means more casualty points for taking a building, which means it's easier for me to pin units and keep my force intact for firepower. When you're on defense, divide, divide, divide. As much as you can. Stalingrad will teach you that. Okay, that will be it for my command phase, and I'll go to my direct fire phase. My direct fire phase will be... Okay, this team is going to automatically spot number 9. Because number 9's in the open.
And number 9 just disappear. Nothing
number 9,
there.
there's nobody there. Cool. That's his check. Next, he is going to make a roll. The officer is going to make a roll on Echo 8. So,
doesn't it make... Oh, he got less firepower, but wouldn't it make more sense to have one of the half squads do it? But
I think I had the rule was that it had to be an officer, or okay. I should say a leader. I have to check that later. Except this guy was you know what? You're
without
right.
an officer.
So 5 will now take a shot. Or maybe I wrote where the officer gets to apply his bonus to it. I'll have to look that up later.
Yeah, no worries.
It doesn't matter, he failed it anyway. I do know that each stack can only make 1 check. So just to remind me that he has taken his fire phase. One of the half squads without support weapons is making this check. 8, he barely failed. Just to remind me that he's taking his fire phase. We're going to try and spot number 2. I know number 2 is real, but I still have to spot him before I can open fire on him. This time I will have the officer do it. So it's going to be 7 minus 1. I need an 8 or less. Oh, that's a 6 and a 4. He fails anyway. Suddenly all my communists went blind. He can't
all
see.
smoke and mirrors.
He definitely can't see. For some reason, number 9 still does not make a spotting check on number 10. I don't know why he's not doing that. There's nobody in there. There's nobody in there. Okay, so that's going to be it. Really? Okay, I'm going to do... I don't have any target spotted. I can't shoot. Okay, that's going to be it for my fire phase.
That was the idea with the sacrificing number 9.
Okay.
Try to take a spotting check away. Your movement, or?
Yeah, I'm seeing if I want to do an assault. Oh God. You know what? I'm in a building. Why am I even trying to assault these guys? Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Be patient. This always happens. I'm actually winning a game and then I throw it away because I want to make a fun, exciting stream. The hell with that. You guys can be bored for one more turn. I'm tired of throwing away games. That's going to be it for my fire phase. Definitely. My movement phase. One, two, three, four, five, six. Do Do I hit a Claymore? Yes, I hit a Claymore! Damn it!
Claymores for the win.
Boom! Off goes the Claymore. Marty, what happens is, I've now hit a Claymore mine. He now declares it's going to do obviously 12 level attack, obviously in G5, and then as we all know, Claymores are directional. He can then choose what other 2 adjacent hexes it affects. It doesn't matter here because
4 and 5.
Yeah. So it blows up kind of this way, and destroys this little triangle. But the only unit really in play is my number 4, which was a real unit. That was my last real unit. This is unusual. Usually the NVA are the ones hiding in the jungle. I'm all hidden and he's still mostly, I'm all revealed and he's still mostly hidden. So in casualties, I'm definitely winning. In revelation, or whatever you want to call it, he's definitely winning. I have no idea what forces are real or what forces aren't.
One of them that's real, and that's it.
Okay, now at least this time I was in cover. So that Claymore went off in a jungle, so the trees are going to absorb some of it. Basically, you get to roll a free gray attack, the 12-point attack, and you have to add 2 to your result.
5 become a 7.
So that is still 2 casualty points. I don't want to pin anybody down, so I will slightly overpay. Oy. Come on, machine. Go to back, like I said. I guess I hit the wrong button. Okay, that was going to conclude my spectacular movement phase. Because I have decided... Actually, wait a minute. Whoa. Now, the officer can't move because the officer technically took a fire phase. So number 9 moves out of the way, and then, although, I mean, come on, we know 9 and 6 are not real at this point.
Yep.
And then I move to K9, so it's 4 points. I could technically hit another Claymore mine hidden inside that hooch. Okay, not that time. So this officer... Yeah, just in case he decides. Now I've closed off that back door. So I've got both sides of that house secured, or at least covered.
I think number 10 will be revealed.
Okay, cool. So, are you going to go ahead and take defensive fire?
We might as well wait and call it defensive fire, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't get a bonus because I'm in a hooch. Same with number 2 and up here, he's going to be revealed automatically. Well, he's revealed automatically because of the mine, but...
Yep.
Alright, cool. That concludes my movement phase. So, at the end of the movement phase, again, let's check for civilians. What is that, Lima 3? Yes. These civilians are smart, they're actually running away for a change. Bravo 6. Stays put. India 11. He's moving. 6. They're running back towards you. Somebody opened up a chocolate bar. Oh, you have chocolate! They ran that way.
And then defensive fire, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So we'll reveal number 10 as a Delta.
Oh, this is a big force. So, Marty, if you're still with us, he's voluntarily revealing his position by opening fire. That is Lieutenant Dearborn, Special Forces. 4 more Special Forces. 8 Montagnard Guerrillas. Another 8 Montagnard Guerrillas. So there's like 20 guys in that stack. 21 guys. Send you back. And fair amount of support weapons. Alright, so are you going to fire the whole stack? Everyone's in range.
Gonna fire the whole stack.
Cool, that's 8, 9,
Those
10...
Viet Congs had coming.
8, 9, 10, 11, 20, 22, 31 points. Net, add 1 to the die roll. Subtract 1 for Dearborn's training, add 2 for the hooch.
Yes.
So again, for people who might watch this later, I know buildings normally get a 3 in Valor and Victory. For damaged buildings or for lightly constructed buildings, I always do a number 2. These are bamboo poles and nice little...
9.
Oh, sorry. 9 becomes a 10, a natural 9?
Add 1 9, so...
So it becomes a 9?
Rolled an 8, becomes a 9.
Oh, okay, it becomes a 9, cool. So that is 2 casualty points. Yeah, these Viet Cong are a little bit squishier. Because they are not NVA regulars. Oh crap, I keep forgetting I can't do it that way. No. That would have been a good time for one of those 3s.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Number 7 does not have line of sight on that axe.
I know that. Well, you don't really get to do any shooting before my next turn. You get to play creeper, but you don't get to do any shooting. So
Yep.
we might as well
That's true.
reveal number 8 as Charlie.
I'm just anal retentive about how my stacks look. Alright.
Yep.
Um,
And it makes it easier to understand.
Yeah. On a physical table, it's sometimes kind of tough because you have to pull these stacks apart. And...
But it's a lot easier to flip through a stack than flick through a virtual stack.
Okay, so that's the same number.
And,
not sure who you're engaging.
It'll be India 9.
Okay, yeah, you've got 3 choices. Alright, cool. Again, throw 2D dice. 2D dice, I just said that. 2D6, roll low. We're not going to take a roll until you roll low.
5.
Okay, a 5 becomes a 6. On the yellow, that is 5 casualty points. That is 2. Actually, that's 3. Oh my god. Wrong button, sorry. And then 2 more. I'm just trying to keep that support weapon operational.
Yep.
So it sounds kind of weird for people in the chat, especially when I hit the wrong button because I'm trying to do 2 things at once. It sounds kind of weird, like me controlling which guys of mine get hit. Basically, there's a whole bunch of guys in the hex. Some of them are carrying RPGs, some of them aren't. Even if the guys with RPGs get hit, the guys without the RPGs pick up the RPGs. Is sort of the abstract way that the game handles that. Other games like Advanced Squad Leader get into that a lot more, and it really kind of bogs the game down a little bit. But this is how Valor and Victory does it.
And do we want to force you to spot him, or do we just want to? We'll reveal Alpha and number 2. I mean,
Alright. There's this little command group.
it's probably stupid, but
Yeah, this deck is it's got a good leader in it, but it's a lot less firepower. Medics only fire when their hex is assaulted, so that's why they have a 0. And then you have
probably you should have kept them hidden, but
I got like 4 stacks I could try next turn. One of them would make it.
Yeah. On the other hand, that would take some firepower away, but not much.
Yeah, like
so
probably my commanders or...
yeah, we might as well open fire on India 9 as well.
Okay, you are up to... You're on the gray row, no penalties, because your -2 cancels out the 2 for the building. So that's 11, that puts you on the 11 row. Whatever you roll.
There we go.
Snake Eyes! Okay, this is awesome. Potential for valorous units. So Morgan rolls a... Normally it's a 6, it's a 7 for elite. Roll 2d6, try to get under a 7 or under.
10.
Okay. And then the half squad gets a 4 or less.
3.
Cool. They are valorous. So valorous means that they double in assaults or defending against assault, and they get to add 1 to their attack factor for long-range firepower. So they get really nasty in assaults. These are the guys who just start collecting ears, and they just don't care, man. And he's got an M60. Oh my god. An additional M60, I should say. Holy crap, man. Alright, those guys are officially dangerous. On top of all that, there's the actual effect, which was 7 casualty points. 1, 2, 3, 4... I can't... Yeah, that wipes out that stack. Toast.
I'm glad I rolled on camera.
Yeah, Valor Victory can turn on a dime like that. That's awesome.
I wasn't sure whether I wanted to reveal them just yet or try to keep them hidden, not to get shot at, but I'm glad I revealed them.
Okay, so, he's gonna put the hurt on you now, says Marty. Hell yeah, man, I just got lit up, man. Captain Morgan, I'm just gonna keep saying that because it's funny. Captain Morgan and his new valorous Green Berets. They just got their they just got their silver star.
I just saw something else. That newly revealed unit will reveal the Unit 7 as well, and then shoot up a Gold 5.
Yes, that is yep, you can do that. Now, technically you're overstacked, but it wasn't your fault. It was the civilians. So, the civilians are not going to elbow Green Berets out of the hex. You're just not allowed to knowingly move into a stack that is...
illegal.
Yeah. Now, what's going to happen, when your either advanced and assault phase comes, or you have to resolve that stacking as quickly as you can.
Yes.
Alright, so, this is Herkimer. All my guys are named after Revolutionary War generals, obviously. He has a full stack. 8 plus... Ooh! The one weapon that can't hit is the blooper. It's too far away. He's got a blooper that only has a range of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
So we can't count that 4. Other than that, we have 8 plus 9 is... I'm terrible at math. 17. The BAR, yes, I did say that.
19.
19 and 26.
28.
19 and 28, you're right. We're trying to rob 2 points. So you're on the blue row. Net, add 1 to the roll.
A 6 becomes a 7.
That's nice. 3 casualty points. Stack should have stayed hidden, but then it tripped over a mine, and when the Claymore went off and revealed its position, the Green Berets opened fire on him and killed a few more.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Who stepped on that Claymore? Oh, he's dead. Okay, good. We didn't like you anyway. Okay, so this is your defensive fire, right?
That was my defensive fire, yep.
Okay, cool. Over to my... Oh, God, that means I'm going to get clobbered again. Okay,
I decided to reveal all my troops for my defensive fire.
That's the perfect time to do it, because, again, number one, the turn sequence encourages that, clearly, because now you get your own turn. You get to shoot again. And I know I've said this a million times, I'll say it 1,000,001. Most good war games, you do most of your shooting in the enemy's turn. Your turn is for movement. The enemy's turn is for shooting while the enemy is moving. And not a big fan of, I won't say all games, because some of these games are ones that I've designed. Be wary of games that allow you to shoot and move in the same turn. It should force you to make that choice. I mean, when you're running down the road and you're firing off your M4 at the hip, what are you really hitting at that point? You gotta stop.
Not aware.
Yeah. Okay, so my advance and assault phase. Playing a little bit of musical chairs here. At least now these two stacks can't see me again. Good news is I got plenty of targets, so my next fire phase, I'm going to have some fun. How much force is going to be left is going to be another question. Let me catch up on Mr. Chat. That concludes, by the way, Vietnamese turn. Or I should say communist turn. Because there are Vietnamese on both sides here. He's going to put the hurt on you now, says Marty Schaefer. Yeah, I got the hell kicked out of me there in Hex India 9, that's for sure. You can't tell them snake eyes until you actually have snakes on the board. Oh. I can't tell them snake eyes. No anacondas. No anacondas. Or snakes on a plane. That's right, SItrep Podcast. Walkabout Games has joined us. Hi, how you doing? SItrep Podcast asks, where is John Rambo? And we have Captain Morgan here, man. Or Sergeant First Class Morgan, whatever you want to call him. He's just the top badass in the company. Again, Valor Victory calls them leaders, not officers. So I just call them lieutenants and captains, but you don't have to. That could be a kick-ass, master sergeant, who knows what. Yeah, he's just the guy everyone listens to. Oh no, I hit the wrong button.
You just, there you
go. Cool. Alright, so now we go to American turn 4.
So 7 and 10 can't really see anything anymore.
No, that's why I fell back.
Yeah.
When Hex I-9 turned into a maelstrom of death and tears and pain, just a cyclone of blood and bone, I said, yeah, we're getting the hell out of that, Hex. Fall back, fall back.
So it's shooting first, so...
Yeah, because I've hit 3 booby traps and Rasmus hasn't hit 1. Thanks, Rasmus. I appreciate it. I may still be winning this game on... Well, I don't know about winning, but I'm doing better than it looks on points. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's going to be at least 10. And then 1 unsecured, 14. Yeah, 14 14 victory points via casualty points so far.
So,
that Arvin platoon got fucking annihilated. Just like I did, yeah.
They stuck their nose too far forward and paid the price. Echo 7 will open fire at Juliet 6.
Okay. That is only 11 points. Add nothing to your roll.
Anything for the Valorous?
Oh, he adds 1 point, so he now becomes 12. So again, with these big bands here of numbers, it doesn't really matter. With that Valorous When that Valor's kicks ass is in assaults. Because that's when he goes from 6 to 12. He doubles in assault.
And 8.
An 8 stays at an 8. That is going to be 1 casualty point. I will pin the half squad.
And then Echo 8 will do the same.
Alright, that's a much bigger stack with a less... with a junior NCO in there. Also, the blooper cannot hit. So that's going to be 8, 17, 19, 28 points. 28 points, so you're on the blue row. Add 1 to your die roll.
You won't believe it.
Oh no, another... Oh, he rolled it on camera, folks. For some reason, just so everyone knows, there is Rasmus's dice box. I don't know why it only shows up as a black box on your screen, so that's why I'm not displaying it. But I'm seeing it. He's rolling these dice on camera, so he's certainly not cheating or anything. Oh my God. Okay. Number 1, green has to roll a 7 or less to become valorous on 2d6.
A 4.
He's valorous.
You might call him a more junior NCO, but
He's no longer. He just got promoted.
he took a field promotion.
Bill was asking, where was John Rambo? We just found him. We literally just found him. Okay, the half squad underneath him needs a 4 or less. Casualty rating, I give him a +1 because he's elite. 4 or less for the full squad of Montagnards.
12.
Oh, that's a good time to roll a 12. And then 4 or less for the other full squad of Montagnards.
It teetered on a 4, but it went for 8 instead. So.
Cool, no worries. I think the view on your camera changed.
Oh,
I'm seeing you from the side.
Yeah.
No worries. All right, cool. So, okay, now, so we have another silver star on the table. That's great. Oh God. All right, so now we're looking at, what do we say, 28, 8 points of damage. Technically 7, because you had to add 1.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be 3. That's gonna be 3. And then I have to assess 1 more after that. And I will do that by pinning the light machine gun, because I'm within range of the RPG. I'd rather have the RPG. Oh, the good it's doing me. Okay. Yeah, fire phases are nice when you start rolling snake eyes. Multiple snake eyes in a row. I'm not going to complain, though, because I don't know if anyone remembers this far back. What was that time I had the Little Bird in Somalia with full rockets and miniguns, and he rolled snake eyes? I think he killed like 75 Somalis in one roll that dice. There's a big mushroom cloud over the Olympia Hotel. When it's really heartbreaking is when you roll snake eyes on like an officer, a half squad, and a medic or something. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I'll still take it. But when it's on a big stack like that, yeah, it's nasty. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm out of range from Hex Golf 10.
I think you're within range, but I'll have to shoot up along H9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 6 hexes away from Golf 10.
Okay.
I'm looking at Hex Hotel 4. My hotel.
I was looking at Juliet 6 still.
Juliet 6. Oh yeah.
Golf 10.
Yeah, he's blocked because of tree hexes and Hotel 9.
Okay,
Let me triple check. Yeah. So.
yeah, it's It's south of that line. It's from center to center. Yeah.
I mean, it's barely, but technically, yeah, I am blocked.
Well,
that's why no one's claimed landing zone whiskey yet. Landing zone whiskey is like a graveyard in the making. No one wants to go grab it. It's a lot of open terrain out there.
I think my shooting phase is over then.
Okay, so the only units that fired were these two stacks. Everybody else is eligible to move.
So Golf 10 will fall back through Hotel 10.
Okay.
And then end up in the Juliet 10.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Please roll 12 on your 11 or 12 on your. Nope, that's only a 5. Damn you! Captain Ho told me there were booby traps here. The Americans haven't hit a single booby trap yet. I think Captain Ho was messing with us. I think he took a day off. Didn't lay any booby traps. Okay. Is Golf...
That result, that civilian.
Oh, totally. Is Golf 11 moving anywhere?
1, 2, 3, 4. Could it go get to Kilo 10?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
So we'll send him up to Kilo 10.
So 1. And he's screened, so I never really get a chance to shoot at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll your booby trap check, please.
5.
My booby traps suck. Alright, cool. And I'm pretty sure we know that number 3 is a bogus counter at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So that's going to be it for movement. We now go to defensive fire. Can't see either of those units in the south. Because even my units that are on high ground can't see over that hooch. They're too close behind it.
Use the terrain.
Oh yeah, totally. I was doing it before. I was doing pretty well in this game till you rolled double snake eyes. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take my defensive fire what little I can. And that's going to be a total of 11 points. Thank God I kept that RPG afloat. God, just barely gives me 11 points, which gets me onto the gray row. -1, +2, so it is...
+1.
I'm net +1 on the gray row. Come on, and then I'm also going to call in some orders. Oh God, please, do it! Do it! Oh, for God's sake, American Sniper!
Ooh!
Special Forces Sniper just showed up.
I
2 snake eyes followed by Vietnamese boxcars. This is fun at this point. When the game turns against you this bad. Alright, so for people in the chat, he gets to put a sniper on the table. I roll boxcars that basically summons an enemy sniper if one is indicated in their force pool, which this one definitely is. So he has to appear within range of the hex that rolled, or the stack that rolled the double sixes. That's definitely him. And he has to appear under some kind of cover. Other than that, he can appear anywhere within 6 hexes under cover. And he has to have line of sight on that hex. So he can't appear, say, in hex Juliet 3. There's no line of sight because of elevation.
But he'll show up in Oscar 9.
Oscar 9 is... Oh yeah, good spot. 1, 2. He's right down that slope. Cool. Alright, he makes an immediate sniper check. That's one single D6. Subtract the terrain bonus of the hex. That's 2. So 1d6 minus 2.
Two minus 2 is...
Is 0, so the sniper shot missed. It did 0 casualty points. Okay, counter sniper check. I have guys in range. There are still some unsecured, some unpinned guys in that stack. I roll a single d6. I have to beat the cover bonus of your hex, which is a 2. So I have to roll over a 2 to eliminate the sniper. That's a 5. The sniper is eliminated. Alright, so crisis averted. Nevertheless, I did miss.
And you did fire your squad?
Well, yeah, but okay.
Yep.
So the squad fires. Here's how the sequence works.
No, you fired your squad, so I didn't take any casualties out of that aside from the sniper.
Oh yeah, and the sniper doesn't count. He doesn't count as a. Because for all I know, I didn't kill him. I just pinned him down, chased him away.
Yep.
All right, cool. Now, yeah, but he already fired. That's how the sniper appeared in the first place.
Exactly.
Cool. However, now the mortar team will go ahead and fire, called in by those other fire teams. Ooh, this guy has line of sight too. Alright, cool. I got 2 more checks. -2, +2, 6 points. Come on, give me a good roll. How come I don't get no snake eyes? I got a 7. I got half a snake eyes. That is 1 casualty point against your stack here.
We'll pin a medic.
Pin one of the medics. Alright, last but not least, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 more rolls. Both of these guys, I'll zoom in, barely have line of sight. He definitely does. And this stack barely does. Alright, so 10, 12,
12, 14, 22, 25, 29.
oh my god. Is it that much, really? Oh yeah. 10 plus 22. Yeah, 29. Shit. Alright, -1 +2, so it's gonna be 29. I barely make it on the yellow row. Oh, come on, dude. Dice, come on, give me a break. I'm never gonna get another swing like this. 4 plus the required 1 makes 5. Uncle Ho's justice. Uncle Ho's vengeance. That's 5 on the yellow row. That is 6 casualty points assessed against that stack. Let me get down to it. Oh, the Valorous unit ignores the first casualty point. So technically, before you didn't have to pin that medic. I forgot you had a Valorous. I forgot you had a. I forgot you had a
Valorous unit.
A Valorous unit in there. Okay, so now you've just taken. So that 1 casualty point became 0. And now I just inflicted. What did I say? 6 more. I rolled a modified 5. Yeah, 6 more. So that's 5 more. What did I just say? Damn it, 6 more casualty points. So
6 more.
The Valorous unit absorbs the first one, so you're down to 5.
So yeah. I wouldn't put it past the Viet Congs to shoot the medic. So we'll kill off a medic.
Alright, that's 2 so far. You've got 3 left.
We'll pin Morgan.
You got 2 left.
We'll kill off the other medic.
Oh my god! Oh look, that's there's a Honeycut and there's Pierce. They both just got zapped. He's trying to keep that Valorous unit going.
Yep.
Okay, my very last attack, and I mean it this time, is going to be these 2 5s for 10. I have to add 2 to my roll, however. And that 10 becomes a 12, that's no effect. Okay, Okay, that's it for my defensive fire onto your advancing assault phase.
How is it with assault if I move up into Kilo 8?
Now you have to start off adjacent to
I
them,
have to start off
and then in your advancing assault phase, you're actually moving into the enemy's axe.
into the. I thought so, but I thought I would double check. If you don't ask,
Oh yeah,
nobody.
totally.
But so Kilo 10 will move to Juliet 9.
Okay, that's
Lima
gonna
9. Sorry.
that's gonna give me. Remember, my phase comes right after this. Wait, what'd you say, Juliet 9?
Not that guy. That stack will move up in to the Lima 9.
Gotcha. Yeah, in all good conscience, I would not recommend going into Juliet 9.
Into the building right now. No.
Yeah, not now. Because then I get a full phase on you, and I throw 1, 2, 3, 4 grenades as well.
Yep.
Because you can use grenades on point blank direct fire. That's not good.
No, this is just to put the pressure on a bit.
Okay, so
And
is Juliet 10 going anywhere?
is Kilo 10 better than Juliet? No. No, he'll stay put.
I mean, I see what you're doing by going from K10 to Lima 9. Now you're pretty much cutting off any escape route in case I want to bail out of the building. I will go into these hexes and you take opportunity fire.
Yep.
Alright, cool. So, go ahead.
And I will try to rally Morgan.
Okay, he's an elite. So even though he doesn't get to use his -2 on himself, because he's obviously pinned, he's still elite, so he still needs a 7 or less.
So a 7 will do.
Alright, he got a 7, he does rally. Now you have one additional guy in there, he can go ahead and roll a 7 or
That
less.
should be 3 casualty markers, by the way. The 2 medics.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about the medics. Damn. Okay, Valor's half squad can make a try, 7 or less.
5.
Cool, he evacuated one. So medics, which he just killed them all. Medics, or actually I killed them all, automatically can evacuate 1 casualty point a turn. Everybody else has basic first aid training, you know, so they can make a roll based on their morale. So Green Berets probably have advanced first aid training, so they get to roll against a 7 instead of the normal 6.
No, you want bring to front. Yeah, there you go. And a 5 and a 6 for bleeding out.
Yep.
We'll take another bleed out.
Alright. This battle's getting bloody. Okay, if that concludes your turn, the only hex I want to ask about is, what is that, Echo 8? Is Echo 8 doing anything, or are they happy where they are? For advance and assault.
For advance and assault, we'll send the first squad, the one with the short range flopper weapon,
Yep.
up into Echo 7.
Alright, cool. So he did that during the advance and assault phase. Then during the after action phase, he could have made another roll to see if he can evacuate that second casualty.
He'll do it on a 6.
Cool. Yeah, we did that turn a little out of order, folks, but... Or we did that phase a little out of order, but we get the idea. Oh, God. Okay, we now begin Communist turn 5. We're almost done, guys.
Second to last turn.
And was that my phone? Did you just ping me? Sometimes Jen pings me when something's going wrong with the stream. Jen, did you just ping me? I suddenly don't know where my phone is. No worries. Alright, so for Communist turn 6, we're going to go ahead and, first thing that happens, everybody automatically rallies. So you roll to rally at the end of your turn.
And automatically rally.
Automatically rally at the beginning of your turn. So the reason for the roll is, do you have to spend the enemy turn pinned down? Sometimes that's not a good thing. Okay, a direct fire phase. Well, he has no line of sight anyway. Dun, 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 dun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch me hit another Claymore. Okay, cool. These two guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So movement rate is 4. Unless you have a leader with you, then it goes to 6. That's why these guys did not move as far. Why am I moving? Alright, well that squad wasn't...
Yeah.
Damn it. Alright, now I got a full blast. We're just gonna go ahead and I got 4 stacks I can fire on that hex. 1, 2, 3, and technically 4. Part of 4. Alright, so maybe now I can finally do some
I should have thrown more bodies up into it. Oh well.
1, 2.
There's only 3 in the stack, but then you would have just picked on the other one, so.
Or maybe I should assault. There's only, that's be 3 casualty points. If I took it in an assault, I would lose God knows how many people trying to take that building.
With the valorous special forces.
Oh yeah, he counts as 12. Never mind. I just caught the glint of a silver star on his chest. Oh, never mind. Let's not go ahead and do that. Colonel Kirby. We can call Captain Morgan Colonel Kirby. SItrep podcast. We can call Master Sergeant Green. We can call him John Rambo. Those are the two. Those are our 2 heroes for the day. Well, technically, we could almost call him John Wayne.
Yeah.
Because we're technically Green Berets. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, yeah, I'm in range. I've got 7, 11, 16, 19, 24 points left in that hex. Add 1. Blue row, add 1. That becomes an 8 on the blue row. 2 casualty points. The Valorous Green Beret absorbs the first 1. So now you're down to 1 casualty point.
We'll pin the other unit.
Okay. Okay, next, Mortar Strike, 6 points, no penalties. There we go, we're going to grind them down, slowly but surely. 6 points, that's 2 more casualty. It's a separate attack, so the Valorous unit absorbs the first 1.
We'll pin the captain on that one.
One, 2, this is going to be the 2 5s. If I can do 1 more casualty point, then it becomes worth it. Then it becomes officially worth it. Now I'm regretting moving these guys up here like that. That's what happens, guys, when you don't pay attention to the turn sequence. 10 points. Unfortunately, I have to add 2 to the die roll. So I'm on the white row, add 2. I really need to get lucky here. 5 becomes a 6. That is 2 casualty points. The Valorous Green Beret absorbs the first one. You have 1 casualty point to assess.
Can I kill the other
Technically, no. You have the rule says in the book. I think it's.
Yeah. So we'll pin the.
Rule 14.62 on page 16. Yeah, casualty points must be applied to unpinned units in target hex before being applied to pinned units.
Okay.
So you got like, if you have like in this case you have literally 9 guys standing in the hex. 5 of them are on their bellies. The other 4 guys standing up are going to be the ones that take the first damage.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
So now they're all pinned down. Fired, no, fired, not fired. And fired. Moved. This is going to get bloody, but it might be worth it. If you ever rolled high on opportunity fire, now's the time. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, and we'll do some opportunity fire from the Echo 8.
Okay. There is a machine gun in there, so that will create a fire lane. So the fire lane kind of has to follow the line of fire. Okay. -1 because I'm in the open in opportunity fire. -1 for your officer. That officer is now worth 3 because he's valorous. So it's 12 plus 2 is 14.
23.
23. So you're on the blue row. Subtract 2.
Becomes a 6.
6. Well, I see a 5, and what's the other one? Oh, because you're subtracting 2. Sorry. I, for some reason, thought you were adding. I'm so used to adding. Probably because I just got done with 49 back-to-back games of Stalingrad. I can't imagine why I'm used to shooting into buildings. Okay, so, we'll say the blue and a modified 6. 4 casualty points. This might be it, folks. This might be where I take it back.
Yeah, those Viet Congs have actually been quite good for you.
They have rolled really well. All my good rolls have come from this stack. Okay, so I started off here. 1, 2, 3. I'm crossing on the bridge, so I don't pay 2 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I do the assault. Okay, everybody in that stack is pinned, so that stack is automatically eliminated at no cost to me. And that creates 3 unsecured casualty points, which immediately fall into my hands because I own the hex now. Now that seems like a game winner. It might be, but I've pretty much flushed this squad because his turn now begins immediately after this. He's going to blow the ever-living shit out of this. Then he gets to assault because he's already adjacent. And, I mean, look at these 2 guys on my flank. I just basically gave away my wing, my flank. So these 2 platoons, I'm assuming, are going to head north and just wipe out everything else that's left. So I kind of picked the way I'm going to die. I just picked a way that is going to take a lot of Americans with me.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
With luck, I may win on points. And when you play Valor Victory in the modern expansion, when you're playing the underdog side, the PLO, the Viet Cong, the Somalis in 1993, you're going to get tabled. It's just, can you kill enough Americans in the process? Alright, last thing is my advanced assault phase. Or I've already started my advanced assault phase. The guys that didn't... I'm going to take that objective X for whatever that's worth. Take that building. He's fine, he's fine. He's so dead. It was worth it. He pinned down that last Valorous unit.
Yep.
Uncle Ho will remember you fondly. Alright, that's going to be it for the communist turn. Over to you.
Yeah, so let's play with some shooting.
Hogash stuff. Hello, how you doing? I'm not sure if I have seen you in our streams before, but thanks very much for coming out. I definitely appreciate it. I always like when new members show up. That's great. Just checking out the chat here super fast.
Sure.
Cool. I think I've replied to just about everybody else. If I've missed somebody, let me know. I mean, we've got SItrep podcast, you know, singing the Green Beret Sim in there.
So it'll be 23 shooting up into Echo 7.
Oh, lordy. Oh, God, yeah, I figured this was coming. Okay, are you throwing in any grenades?
We might as well.
You can throw in up to 3 grenades.
How many grenades do I
have
have?
8.
Oh, I have loads of grenades. We'll throw in 3 grenades.
Alright, so when you're doing a point-blank, not opportunity fire, a point-blank anti-personnel firepower check, everyone, you can throw in 1 grenade, assuming you have certain grenades in your force pool, 1 grenade per infantry unit. So that's going to subtract 3 from his roll, plus 1 for his officer. So what do we say, yeah, 23 you said?
Yeah.
23 minus 4, plus 2 for my building. So net minus 2.
Minus 2.
On the blue.
And we will do a 6.
That's a modified 6?
No, a unmodified 6.
Oh, unmodified 6 becomes a modified 4.
Yep.
So that's 6 casualty points. That's 2, that's 2. I should pin these 2 to save my last 2 casualty points, but I'm going to go ahead and kill all 3 because I know I'm getting assaulted. At least now you have to do it. Assault me, man. I'm going to cost you 3 more casualty points. Unless I get killed by another unit. Also, the more units I kill, the less casualties, the less prisoners he takes. Oh, for God's sake. Just delete the name units, man. There we go.
So that was shooting there. Can't see anything, can't see anything. So, will be movement.
Okay. Sweet. Let's go to movement. Everybody but him.
Oh, actually, Lima 9 can see Kilo 8, can't it?
Lima 9. Where the hell is Lima 9? Okay. Can Lima 9 see...
It should be balancing just along the edge of K9.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he can. He ought to pay a total of 3. 1 for scraping past Kilo 9 and 2 for shooting into Kilo 8. But yeah, he can. He does have a shot.
So it'll be a net plus 2.
Net plus 2.
On
11,
20, 22 to 31.
23 plus 8 is, yeah, 31. So that puts you on the yellow row, net add 2.
We'll do it.
Okay.
10. So that comes to 12. Nothing.
Okay.
And then we'll go to movement. Juliet 10 will move up into Juliet 8.
Okay, I will... You're talking about you're setting up for an assault?
Yeah.
Okay, I would...
That was why I tried to pin you before doing it, but...
Okay, so, to be a sportsman, instead of assaulting through J9 and J8, it might be beneficial to hook the other way, Kilo 10, Kilo 9. That way you don't catch this opportunity.
You don't get that makes sense. So. send them up into Kilo 9.
I mean, you're still going to catch a little bit from these guys. Alright, I'm going to throw in 2 grenades because it's point blank.
-2 +2.
Yep.
10.
10 points, white row, and a wash. Uncle Ho, save me! You did not save me. That was 0 points. Alright, the assault is going to cost, oh, that's it for that. 2 grenades just got thrown. Okay, that's it for your movement, right?
That's it for my movement, yep.
Defensive fire. He cannot see. I still have units that are unpinned within line of sight of your guys. So I'm going to call in a mortar strike. -2 +2 for your buildings makes it 6 total. At no bonuses. Again, the white row at no penalties. 7. That is 1 casualty point out of that stack.
We'll pin the last unit. That's not that much. Actually, kill off a half squad.
You gotta kill the Green Berets. Oh no! That's a casualty point.
Yeah, but I'll kill off the
and he's carrying a blooper, and he actually gets to use it.
No, not that half squad. Take that 9 down to a half squad.
Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Rather than pin him, kill a half squad.
Yep.
I'm starting to learn this game.
I'm starting to learn how to use Excel. All right, there we go. Did you actually copy it this time? Come on. All right. So the guy not carrying the BAR.
Oh, yep. And that means that that half squad can participate in the.
Totally. Yep.
Rather than him hanging back there being pinned and not doing anybody any good. And potentially there should be a casualty in that.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since he can't see these guys, he's going to just go ahead and shoot at them. This will not count as opportunity fire. It counts as defensive fire, so I get no bonuses.
Do the officer, Valor's officer, absorb a point as well?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So I've got 11, 19, 24. Add 1 to the die roll. Blue, add 1. Okay, add 1. That becomes a... My dice suddenly woke up again. That becomes 5. That is 5 casualty points. Ignore the first one. You're down to 4 casualty points.
We'll eliminate the full squad down there.
Okay, how about we reduce both of them to half? It may not.
That'll work.
It may not matter at this point in the game, but it's almost always better to
go half.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain, especially when I don't know how to use Excel. But it does make a difference because it's instead of one whole squad getting wiped out, you get 2 half squads.
Casualty points.
Send it back. These grenades are expended. Look at the bright side. You're about to assault into that and probably take him prisoner. All right. He's fired. He's fired. He has no line of sight. That's it for my defensive fire. We knew your assault phase.
Yep, so we'll start with the assault in the Echo 7.
Alright. This is where the Americans make some points back. Because Vietnamese, or I should say communist communist units that you take in an assault become POWs. Okay, so here we go with this one. Oh my god, it's many to one. That's the official roll. Oh, he's worth 2. He's worth 4 because he's valorous. So 4, 14 plus 2 for the support weapon is 16 versus 2. That is 8 to 1. I'm throwing in a grenade. I can throw in 1 grenade. Are you throwing in a bunch more grenades?
We might as well take another. Let's see how many grenades. We'll throw in 2 grenades because we'll need the other ones for the other assault.
Okay, so it's 8 to 1, net -1. Just don't roll boxcars.
10.
Cool. So that is. Now that's going to cost you 1 for the unit and 2 for the building. It's going to cost you 3 casualty points. But honestly, you have to ignore the first one because of your valorous unit, and then you can pin these other 2 and thus not actually take any.
Yep.
Now you just have to make that rally check. Because I got more guys over here.
And at least they got an officer in there.
Oh yeah. So that's going to be
for the rallying.
POW. Alrighty.
And it was a leader we took POW.
Yeah, we'll count him twice. Because, yeah, he's an officer. Alright, meanwhile we got this guy. We got 10. I'm going to throw in 2 grenades. I'm running out of grenades quickly.
And I'll throw in the last 3 grenades.
What did I just do? He throws in 3. Yeah, that hooch has become a very chaotic place. Okay, so that is gonna be 10, because he fires the blueberries, he's going through the door. 12, 23, 28 versus 10. That's still 2 to 1. However, it's 2 to 1 minus 2. Because you get a total of -4, I get -2. So, you gotta roll a 10 or less. 2 to 1, that gives you an 8 or less, minus 2.
At 9.
Yeah, it did make it. Holy shit. That's gonna be 2 more BOWs. That's gonna cost you 4 casualty points.
We'll take the full squad down to a half squad and kill off the half squad.
Okay, the full squad goes down to a half squad. That took care of 2.
2.
Then you've got 2 left. You want to pin anybody? You have Herkimer in there to help you with the rallies.
We'll pin the 2 half squad. Yeah. No, not the Green Berets. The
Green Berets get a better chance to rally. They have an E, so they go to a 7, and then with the commander, they have an 8 or less.
Okay, yeah, that might make sense, yeah.
Alright, these 2 guys are eliminated. Yeah, these hexes get... When Americans start assaulting hexes, guys, the hexes get very, very busy. There's a lot going on in there. Okay. And there is a casualty. That was 1 half squad actually did get eliminated in there, right?
Yep.
Oh god. Okay. Everyone. Oh, who else is going to advance an assault? The 1 stack left is Lima 9 can advance an assault if he wants, or can advance if he wants.
He'll get shot to bits if he advances into Lima 8, or have a good chance of it being caught out in the open. But we could put him into Kilo 8 or Kilo 9.
Kilo 9, he can help evacuate that casualty.
Exactly.
Of course, the stack doesn't have to stay together. It can split up if it wants.
No, put them in. Actually, yeah, split them up, send the main squad and the one without a support weapon into that one. And the last one will go up into Lima 8.
Okay, he's surprisingly invisible there.
Can't Juliet 6 see him?
Nope. Just barely. He's peeking around the edge of the hooch. So the building.
Oh, I thought he had the field of vision from Lima, or from Juliet 5, not from so.
You know, he could see Juliet 5, but there's no one there.
Yeah.
And this, we've been forgetting to roll civilians, but civilians are booking it off the table. They're running away. They made the right choice. Alright.
Smart choices.
Now, the after action phase is going to get a little complicated. Okay, this hex has literally one leader. He can either try to rally his own squad or evacuate a POW. He can do...
He'll rally the squad.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That is a Montagnard. He is... Oh, there's two pinned down units in there. What am I talking about? Sorry. I misspoke. Those two guys are going to rally on their own. They're going to make their own rolls. Now, green gets to evacuate one of those POWs. I guess what I was trying to say was, where does he want to apply that -1 bonus?
We'll apply it to the first rally.
Okay, cool. He needs a 7 or less.
A 6.
He does rally. The second guy needs a 6 or less, because he does not get the...
Yeah, so... 11.
Alright. Now, the guy that did not start off pinned, that's green, was going to make a 8 or less to... Oh, no, because he didn't... Never mind. A 7 or less to evacuate a POW.
8.
Alright, he didn't make it. So those two POWs are still in there. Okay, over here to this hex. Alright, we got Dearborn, one squad.
No, it's... Oh, yeah.
We got 3 chances to evacuate this casualty.
We'll try Dearborn first with the -1.
Okay. He gets an 8 or less, because he's elite.
A 7.
He made it. So that casualty is successful dust off.
And then we got the mess of a hex above.
What the hell's going on with these two?
I think they are in the... They should be in Echo 8. He took some fire in there.
Okay, then everyone assaulted, so you kind of left the casualties?
The casualties got left behind, yeah.
Okay,
because,
cool.
You can only do that so much.
Oh yeah, when you're assaulting, evacuating POWs, evacuating casualties, it gets hairy quick. Okay, now down here we have... Oh god, a lot going on. Okay, we've got a casualty. Well, okay. This half squad of Green Berets rallies on a 7 or less unless Herkimer puts in his -1.
No, I think I'll apply that to the other one.
Okay, so he gets a 7 or less because he's elite.
A 4.
He makes it. Now the other guy rallies also to 7 or less. He's regular, but he has Herkimer's help. Herkimer's yelling at him.
A 7.
So Herkimer made the difference. That was the right call. Okay, now there were 2 unpinned units in there, so you get to make 2 evacuation checks. Herkimer and the other squad of Montagnards. Do you want to evacuate the casualty and one of the POWs, or 2 POWs?
Which one is worth most?
The casualty means I don't get double points. The POWs are a reward for you.
We'll do the casualty first then.
Okay.
Snake Eyes.
Sweet. He evacuated. The other guy has to make a roll 6 or less.
A 5.
He evacuates a POW. That is going to be on this side of the table.
Hey, I got something over here.
Well, I just haven't been putting all the dead communists over here. Trust me, there's a big pile of dead communists over there.
I know.
Alright, so now, cool. No more. The only thing to bleed out are these two guys over here.
One of them bleed out.
Alright. You're going to win this battle, but I think battalion is just going to be... It was too bloody. You lost way too many people. What are you doing over there, Captain?
Bloody Morgan.
Bloody Morgan. You're going crazy. Alright, so that was a tumultuous turn 5. We're now going to wrap up on our last turn, and then wrap up the stream. Okay, fire phase. Let me not forget this like I always do. $11, $19, $24, down into this hex down here. Add 1 to the die roll. Oh man, my dice roll suddenly got good.
So 5.
No, yep. So on the blue, that is 5 casualty points.
Well. There's two units of
Montagnards.
Montagnards.
And then you pin down the half squad of Green Berets, I guess. Or the officer.
I think we'll pin the officer.
Okay. Yeah, because they fired, so they cannot move. They can't assault you. But
you could come down from Lima 5.
with carrying mortars? Yeah, don't pin everybody, because I could send like a half squad down there.
Yep. Exactly.
Alright, so that's mortar team, and that mortar is going to go ahead and fire. Boom. And see what I can do. That is a 9 on 6 points. That is no good. Alright, so they're done. There's these two guys left. These two have fired. Now to go to movement. I'll take an objective hex. And I'll probably die doing it. Oh, hold on, before I forget. Almost hit a booby trap, but not quite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And
I'm sure
yeah,
there
we
will
might
be
as well
a lot of
do
opportunity fire there.
the officer in Echo 7 with his half squad in there might as well take some up.
It's a total of 8 points, because the other guy
8
is still
points
pinned.
with a -1 for you being or -1 for him.
-1 for the officer, +1 for being in a gully. So it's going to be a wash.
A wash. Okay.
8 points.
84.
4 points on 8 is not good. 5 casualty points. I was going to do an assault, but I don't think I'll do it now, because I'll die. No! Don't make me do it.
Yeah, we don't want to take the opportunity fire on.
I'm not going to reach it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nah. Alright, never mind. I'll just go ahead and stay put. Let me not be stupid. Oh my god, I deleted the world. Is that a full stack? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a full stack. I can't even put more guys in that X. Just in case he decides to assault me on my last turn. I'm probably going to regret doing even that. Because I just opened up myself to some defensive fire. But who knows. Okay, speaking of which, on to defensive fire. This stack has already fired, but everybody else gets defensive fire.
So we'll start with Lima 8.
Okay. He has one target. Oh, okay. Versus Lima 6. Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's 11 points.
Yep, they'll get you on the gray row. You have to add 2 for
the woods.
For the woods, though. Yeah, the jungle.
6.
6 becomes 8. Is 1 casualty point. Okay.
And since it's my go next, and I am only open to your defense.
I think you have a half squad in Kilo 8 that can shoot.
Yeah, but I was just doing my reasoning for shooting them now, and that's 10.
It's defensive fire, unless you're playing with like hidden rules or something. There's
you might as well take
there's
it.
almost no reason not to. Yeah.
So we'll take it.
Okay. Is he shooting at Juliet 6 or Lima 6? Or Golf 6?
Lima 6.
Okay. That is 10 points. You have to add 2 because the officer can't help at the moment.
Yeah, so it becomes an 8, so 1 casualty point.
No, 8 is 0 casualty points.
Well, roll the 6.
Yeah, roll a 6 becomes an 8. You got exactly 10 points in there. So you're on the 5 to 10 row. You're
so sorry, I had it up on the grey one.
Yeah.
So, nothing.
Alrighty, I think that's it for defensive fire. I will now try to rally my pinned units. I almost never get to do this, because my guys usually just die. They almost never live long enough to get pinned down. Alright, so it's 6, -2 officer, I need an 8 or less. He gets a 7, he does get unpinned. Yay. And advance in assault phase. Ooh, that reminds me. I never rolled this guy's booby trap. He has to roll a 12, but you never know. Yeah, we're good. Alright, cool.
I like you spending that roll on that.
Yep. I now have 4 out of 5 objective hexes. It is over to you for your last turn.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, automatic rally.
Hey.
Dennis Cross has joined us. Dennis Cross has the comment, call them the B-52s.
With a leader in there, what's the movement?
With the leader, it's 6. Without a leader, it's 4.
Can't make it up to that. 2, 3, 4.
Thanks very much.
I can only make it to Oscar 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure which unit is making the rush.
I was looking at all of them.
Okay.
I sent the office.
I see what you're saying.
One more into Lima 8, and then, but no matter how I do it, it always end up just one short.
Actually, no.
Short.
You do make it. So, because you kind of do have to take this. If you, assuming that you're the officer, or even if the officer just by himself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, you don't make it. Advance and assault phase.
Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
the advance and assault phase.
Yeah, that's how I took this one. I could only get to Gulf 6.
Is that the officer we want to do that with?
He's the only officer who can make it that far.
Potentially the one in Kilo could as well, but I think he got more important stuff to do. So yeah.
No, he starts off 1 hex behind. So this guy here, who's that?
He could go.
Dearborn started off in Kilo 9. He could make it. You're talking about Herkimer? Herkimer starts off 1 hex behind.
Lima 8, Mike 9.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4 up a hill, 5, 6 up a hill.
Oh yeah, it costs 1 more for the.
Yeah, now Dearborn 1, 2 for trees, 3, 4, 5 for going up a hill. He's already on the hill, 6. So the question is, does Dearborn want to take anybody with him?
Nope.
Yeah. All right, Dearborn, roll 2d6. Don't roll an 11 or 12.
A 6.
Cool.
So let's see. The who dares loses. So
when it comes to assault, sometimes that's true. The SAS slogan does not apply in the face of opportunity fire.
well,
Ben Johnson has joined us. Hello, Ben. How you doing?
Should have done a fair bit of shooting before moving Dearborn, but
yeah, there's just not that many. Also, Dearborn didn't have any targets.
Yeah. So let's see. We'll start with the Echo 7. We'll shoot the guys holding
Landing zone whiskey.
Yeah.
Cool.
That'll be 13, 15.
That will be, yep, because he got these extra points, so it's 15 minus 1. Because there's no cover out there.
Roll the 7.
Becomes 6. That is 3 casualty points. There's only 2 casualty points in there.
You might think that you got the objective. Well, at least you don't have anybody on it.
Technically, I'm the last person to own it.
Exactly, yeah.
But you'd have to push somebody out there, which means you were walking into my opportunity fire. But who knows?
Lima 8 will fire into Lima 6.
Cool. 11. So gray row add 2.
And 8 becomes a 10. Nothing.
Yep. Come on, Montagnards, you're supposed to be doing better than that. Ah, I give you cool counters.
So, we'll do Kilo 8 into Lima 6.
Yep. Oh, okay, that is 12 minus 1, because he has an officer in there.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's 12 minus 1. That's 6. Roll the 6.
Sorry, I should say 12. I should say plus 1. It's negative 1 for the officer, plus 2 for once.
Plus 1, yeah.
I apologize. But you roll a 6, it becomes a 7. That is going to be 2 casualty points, because I don't want to get assaulted.
And that's everybody that can shoot.
Okay, we then go to your movement phase.
And the K9 will go up into K8. I don't want to be assaulted up there.
Well, I mean, it's the end of the game, so, and you move second,
yep.
So, I got you though. Alright, but hey, you get more chances to evacuate that POW. Alrighty, so, this guy backs up. Oh, he fired, never mind. Okay, my defensive fire.
Only your big stack can really do anything, and
Yeah,
the mortar.
two minus 2. And this guy's in the open. You'd be surprised what that
Yep.
2 can do. Alright, so 2 minus 2. I'm on the red row. Especially when I roll like that, god damn. Guys, the dice have been on fire. That 4 becomes a 2. That is 5 casualty points. Mr. Zhang Zhuan is a freaking sniper over there.
I wish with that submachine gun.
Yep. One thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to...
Only
except
one
for...
casualty.
There were... That was a full squad.
Oh, 2 half squad.
Yeah.
Full squad.
Except for hitting those 3 booby traps, I have been very, very lucky on the dice roll this time. 24. Add 1 to the die roll. Oh, another American sniper.
Well, we'll put him the same place.
I know this technically isn't the way you do it, guys. We're doing it anyway. I don't care. Because it's fun. We'll say that the other sniper never actually got killed or got driven off. Alright, so we're going to put him in Oscar 9.
Yep.
Alright, and then he has to take a shot at the stack. So that's going to be 1d6 minus 2.
A 5.
5 minus 2 for the woods is 3 casualty points. See, this is what I get for being nice. I'm just kidding. Alright, that American sniper just reappeared and did some damage. I still have some forces not pinned down in the stack, so I get my sniper counter check. I have to beat a 2 on 1d6. I fail. The sniper is still there. And I only get 1 of those.
So too bad that's not around 7.
Yeah, too bad. Yeah, too bad. Well, after that, the sniper only fires during opportunity fire. So, which is one thing I like about the game. He can't shoot at you. Even if he has you spotted, even if he has line of sight, he can't shoot at you until you move. So, what they do is they pin down like half the enemy force just by being there. Because everyone's afraid to stick their head up.
Oh, yeah.
Last but not least, my mortars are going to try and drop some stuff in. My mortars there in Lima 5. And then I will catch up with Mr. Chat. I no longer get the -2 bonus for my NVA captain. Mr. Badass Hero, man. He just took out a whole squad. He's the Vietnamese Rambo. Alright. He just knocked down 8 Montagnards, like all by himself. Okay, so it's just going to be 6 plus 2. I have to add 2 to that, so that becomes a modified 7, which on 6 I don't think does anything. Actually, it does cause 1 unit to be pinned down.
Yeah, so we'll pin the Montagnard in there.
Yeah. Because I can't everyone's now fired. At the end of my phase, technically, I will try to... oh, what am I talking about? It's the end of your phase. That was my defensive fire. Alright, so now we go to the end of it's the end of your phase. We're going to go ahead and try to do some advance and assault. Advance and assault followed by your so you can try to save some of these casualties.
Yep.
Alright. So advance and assault, he goes back here. He's going to try and rescue that, dust off that casualty. Evacuate these 2 POWs. These 2 POWs, guys, are really 1. Remember, we counted him double because he was an officer. So I'm going to go ahead and group them together. So he only has to make 1 check on that. Alright, so that's going to be Lieutenant Green.
Yep.
He has to make a 8 or less. Elite soldier and plus 1 officer.
And he'll do an 11.
Okay, he has a half squad in there that can help him out. Half squad, 7 or less.
And 9.
Alright, that half squad is still there. You still have 2 units in there so they don't escape. Okay, there are rules for POWs escaping. Like if they're suddenly like
If they hang
6
around with
casualties. If there's 6 casualties in there, or 6 POWs in there, and only 1 guy, half those guys are running away. The Valor Victory Modern Expansion rules does have rules for that. But you still have 2. I think each figure can hold down 2 POWs. Okay, Herkimer, try to evacuate this POW, please.
Snake Eyes.
He is successfully evacuated. And that means these 2 can do advance and assault into that hex and try to evacuate those 2 casualties.
A6.
Success.
And A8.
No success because there's no officer in there with him.
Yep. And then we got a casualty in Echo 6.
Yep.
That guy.
Echo 8, but you got a half squad on there. He needs a 6 or less because he's a Montagnard.
Yep. And on a 10, he definitely don't do it.
Okay, so let's make bleed out checks for these 2. Make sure these 2 don't bleed out.
A 1 and a 2.
Cool, they both survived. So at the end of the game, we assume that they live long enough. They become dusted off. Okay, so that's the end of the game. Holy crap. The communists may have won that.
I think you might.
May have. Let me see what I started with. I started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. What do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost 27.
You got 1 more.
Ooh, yep, up there. 2 more. 1, 2,
2 more.
3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 31. That means I lost 25. So just 25 in kills. Two successfully evacuated POWs, and then this guy did not escape. He would have escaped. We're counting him as 2. So that's going to be, what do we say? 1, 2. We're going to count friendly casualties as double. So that's going to be. Oh, so 1 officer technically, and 2 fire teams captured. That's going to be 25 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 31. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24 in unsecured casualties. Oh, sorry, 24 in secured casualties. God, I can't type. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in unsecured casualties. That's another 24. Holy shit. Yeah, the points might be a little off on this one. So 1 officer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
33.
It gets to 33. 33 to 48. Yeah, I think it's still a little off. Also, to be perfectly honest, I was just rolling like a fiend. Especially on turns 3, 4, and 5. I just went crazy. I rolled like, how many 3s and 4s in a row did I roll? They became 5s and 6s, but still. And then I wound up owning 3 out of, technically 3 out of 5 objectives. Because Herkimer takes this one. At the end there. Cool. Richard Savage. Sir, Richard Savage has joined the stream. I was with the Marines in Vietnam, 65 to 66. It's one of the few tactical games that gets it half right. So I definitely appreciate that, especially since this is kind of my own version. Valor and Victory was originally designed by Barry Doyle. It's strictly for World War II. However, we have developed, and it's available on Board Game Geek if you want to try, Valor and Victory Modern Expansion. So far we've done, actually I originally designed it for Marines. I was in the Marines as well during Gulf War, but I certainly did not get anywhere close to any kind of, actual combat or anything like that by any means. But the point is, whenever I design a new war game, I usually design it for the Marine Corps first. So that wound up being, we started off in 68 Tet Offensive. We expanded it to 82 Lebanon, 82 Falklands, 93 Somalia, 2006 and 7 Afghanistan. And I think that's as far as we've taken it so far, as far as Valor and Victory goes. A few other little odds and ends. But we've also done 1918. We've taken it backwards to World War I as well. But this was the first try with our Montagnard Guerrillas. I think the points are a little out of whack. So, we should give the Americans 3, and the communists still win. Don't get me wrong. I still own 3 out of the 5 objective hexes. I did not get tabled. What makes me say that is, for a lot of the force, not the entire force, the NVA and the Montagnards are very comparable. In fact, in some ways, the NVA
what you might need is blue casualty points as well for the Montagnards.
Yeah, maybe we'll count them as 1, and the Americans as 3 or something like that. I don't want to walk into the buzzsaw of social media where a Vietnamese life isn't worth as much as an American life, whatever, but something like that. I don't know.
Politically, a American casualty in Laos would have been a lot more problematic than a...
Yeah, because these people come from the same company. Yeah, the same country. So technically, for those of us who weren't in the beginning of the chat, we were over the border. This was actually it was really 2. There's 20 Green Berets on the table, so it's the better part of 2 able teams and a bunch of Montagnard local militia, CIDG program guys that they were trying to put together. We did have one officer from Saigon in there as an observer. His platoon was the first one zapped. He didn't last very long at all.
He walked straight into a shit show.
Yeah, but hey, he forced the Vietnamese to give away most of their positions, which we were all too happy to do via muzzle flash. But that was a nasty one. In these games, normally the communists get tabled, but those Montagnard are not that powerful. So I tell you what, hold on, if we do that, because I want to get to 12 secured casualties. That's going to be worth 3 apiece. 26, 36. And then this goes to 36. Becomes 72. I know it looks like I'm making it worse, but we're going to count American kills. Instead of 2 to 1, we're going to go 3 to 2. So instead of 25 kills, that's 25 kills becomes 50 points. And then 1 officer, 2 fire teams, that's going to be 1, 2, that's going to be 6 for the officer, and then 6 for the 2 fire teams. Makes a total of 12, 62. Because if we go to 3, this guy's worth 3 each, that becomes 6. This guy's an officer, he's worth double, he's worth 6 by himself. So that becomes 6 is 62 versus 72. That actually looks a little bit better. So for now, we're going to go ahead and log off. Thanks very much for everybody. We had a pretty full house today. Definitely appreciate that. Thanks very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And we're sort of on break, but not really. We're not really going to have anything up on for Wednesday because the rest of the team is still on seasonal break. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to do something next Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks very much, everybody. Take care, and we'll be in touch very soon.